Hello and welcome back to Cowabunga Corner. Today on Cowabunga Corner we have with us Rutger, who is from Holland. He has come here to the United States for New York City Comic Con, so we're getting a chance to interview him about his fantastic autograph collection. Now if you don't know him, you should get to know him and go and check out his website and his collection. Thank you so much for being with us today, Rutger.
Glad to be here. Thank you very much.
Oh, we're happy to have you. Because I know we've been talking on the internet for years now.
Yeah, what's it been, like 5 or 6 years already?
Yeah, about that time. Yeah. And he's been on TMNT sharing his collection constantly, so I've always seen new autographs popping up, and he's excited because he gets something in the mail. Who was the very first Ninja Turtle autograph you ever got?
That's Ken Clark. He was the very first actor I tried to approach and got an email back. And I even stayed in contact with him for a few years from that day on.
How did you go about getting hold of him without giving any real contact info? But how did you get a hold of Cam?
Well, I just Googled for Ken Clark and found out he had his own website. And he has a contact page. So that's an easy one then.
Yeah, you've gone through a lot more difficult ones too in the past. Who was the most difficult autograph to get?
So far, Elias Koteas, Casey Jones from Movie 1. I tried 8 different addresses in total. And when I tried the last address, I actually forgot that I sent something and I wouldn't even think I would get it back. And then actually about 2 months ago, I got it back.
How did you become a Ninja Turtle fan?
Well, I was about 8 or 9 years old, and the cartoon, the old cartoon, was aired in Holland about a year later than in the US. And well, at school, everybody was a Ninja Turtle fan, and it was a period when you had to have a special turtle, or you were out at the schoolyard. So. Back then I started watching it because other kids were watching it, and I actually missed the first episode. So I didn't even know what happened, how they mutated, and how Splinter mutated and stuff. So I watched from episode 2, and it actually took me about 2 years to finally see the first episode on a rerun.
Wow!
But I got a fan after episode 2, and I was even asking my mom back then, could I please have a turtle figure? And she was like, no, you got He-Man, you got Ghostbusters, you got G.I. Joe, it's enough. I said, oh, just one? Well, I got Donatello back then. You know I'm a Raphael fan, but I got Donatello back then. And I just set it on my windowsill. And then it became Christmas, and I received Rocksteady, and after that, well, things started rolling.
Well, so you got Don and Rocksteady. It should have been Don and Bebop. That would have just been so awesome. But that's really cool. Getting the first turtle toys are always exciting, so it's neat to find out which one was your first.
Donatello.
Yeah. Did you get into the movies in the same year that we got it here in the U.S., or did it come out later there?
A few months later.
A few months later. So around what time did it come out there? We know we got it in March here.
Yeah. No, we got it in our summer holiday, so June, July.
Okay. Did they edit anything? Did they change like Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles or take out Michelangelo and his Chucks? Did they do anything to the movie?
No. Surprisingly, the original movie was called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So we were like, why ninja? It's called Heroes here. I don't know.
But did they edit any scenes out? Or did you guys get a full cut?
We didn't get the nunchuck scene where he's competing against the foot shoulder.
A fellow chucker, eh?
Yeah, that was cut out.
Oh, one of my favorite scenes. Okay, so you guys did get some cuts. So,
yeah, but it wasn't cut on the final video release, VHS.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's nice. The final one, you mean the most recent one they released?
No, back then, when it was released on the VHS a year after the movie was released in theater.
So they gave you the full version on VHS, but not in the theater?
Yeah.
When was your first time meeting a Ninja Turtle guest in person, and who was it?
First time is... I'm trying to remember. First one was actually Professor Jordan Parry.
I have not met him yet. I'm jealous.
Yeah, it was about 3 years ago at the London Film and Comic Con.
Wow.
It was actually the first.
How was he in person? How was that experience?
Yeah, it was really nice. Very distinguished person.
That's really cool.
He was really excited that someone was coming up to him with a Ninja Turtle photo, because I believe I was the only one that entire weekend.
How many different countries have you traveled to meet turtle people?
Well, actually back then only London.
Only London?
And now London and US.
In US, okay. Now, do you have any personal friends that have worked on turtles who have stayed in touch as actual friends since you started this?
I actually got in contact with Adam Bear at a certain point. He was the lead puppeteer for Michelangelo and Wick's puppeteer.
For Ninja Turtles: The Next Mutation.
Right, thank you. And I contacted him like I did with any other actor. You know, I Googled him, and noticed he had a website, emailed him, told him I was a big fan, I had an autograph hobby, and I would love to send him a picture for an autograph. And well, we started talking a bit about Next Mutation on a weekly basis, sending each other emails. And I was even at a certain point telling him about my work and my graphic design freelance work and stuff. And after a few months he suddenly told me, well, I have to go to Holland to my agent at some point. Maybe we could meet up. So I was like, oh my god. So it was closer to January it was back then, about 3 years ago also. He would fill me in closer to January when he was coming, so I could take a day off that day. And then we met up in Amsterdam. And we talked for a few hours, and after that we were practically friends.
That's neat. Now, have you ever helped out any voice actors or actors with getting anything they might need for conventions or anything like that?
Yeah, well, at one point Robbie saw my collection, and he had to go to a convention. And he asked me, could you please help me get any Michelangelo pictures? I said, sure. What do you need? He wanted one from each movie, so I emailed them the digital version, the high-res version. So he got them printed stacks of each photo. That's probably the only time
they got the help
I helped someone. Yeah.
That was pretty cool because I did get to go to that convention, and right away I'm like, oh wow, these prints are great. And he goes, do you know Rutger? Because he sent these to me. And I'm like, oh cool, I do know him.
Yeah, I was so honored when I heard that he was asking people, do you know Rutger? I
Yeah.
felt like, wow.
Yeah, Robbie is an awesome person. Someday we will have an interview with him here on Cowabunga Corner. He has agreed to that. So I've met him a few times, and he's fantastic. Everyone that I've met, turtle related, for the most part, has been wonderful people, and I'm sure you've had the same experience.
Yeah, either in person or through email. So far, every turtle actor or crew member or stuntman has been nice.
So,
absolutely.
Is there any one autograph you are still dying to get out there? Any one that you've been trying and trying and trying and have not succeeded at?
Well, I had a top 5, and I actually managed to get 4 of them in the past 6 months. So that's been pretty cool. And the only one missing from my top 5 back then was still Brian Toshi, because I still don't have a single Leonardo movie actor or voice actor.
Wow.
But Brian Toshi was at a Hollywood show in the same weekend as the New York City Comic Con. And someone is getting them for me.
That's fantastic. So. Too bad he wasn't at New York City Comic Con. We would have
he
loved to have had you here, Brian, if you ever see this. Is there anything you'd like to tell us about your interviews that you've done with the guests? Which guests you've interviewed and where we can find them on your website?
Yeah, well, I have a few sections on my website, my autographs, my photos, my event page where I listed anything that I've been to, either in Holland or soon my New York report. And I also have an interview section. One of the buttons leads up to a page with a few interviews. And I got to interview, the first person I got to interview was Pat Fraley.
That's really cool. He's an awesome person too.
Yeah.
He's done so many wonderful voices for us. And I really enjoy your Michelin Sistine and your Robbie wrist and your Mac Wilson. It's almost like a theme
that's
right
a nice
there.
package, but because they're talking about each other all the time in the interview, so that's a nice intertwined.
Yeah, it just kind of matched. I actually printed those 3 interviews up and carry those around. And
Shall I sign him?
So, yeah, we've been doing quite a bit as Turtle fans getting around. And this is to show that if you are a fan and you are actually out there trying to meet these people and get the autographs, it's not just me and him who are doing this. We've gone around and got to meet these people because we try very hard. And I know any Turtle fan who puts their heart into it can go out there and meet these people as well. So if you are a Turtle fan and are looking for these people, keep trying. Don't give up and don't get angry because someone else did it first. Go out there, fulfill your dream, and meet these people because they love to meet you.
Yeah. And I never got any help when I started my autograph collection or trying to get in contact with them.
Yeah, a lot of it is done on your own because those who do get information on contact information, we can't really share that stuff, can we?
No.
No, it's kind of an invasion to the actor's privacy. So if we somehow got our hands on it, we try to keep it as private as we can because it is their home life. They are human beings. They're not just actors. I personally have never looked for anyone's address. That's my way of doing it is meeting them at events. And if they decide to stay in touch with me and give me any contact information, that is their choice. And I will respect the fact that they gave it to me. I will never, ever give it out. So I know that the feeling with you is people have come to you asking for people's contact information. How do you handle that?
Well, when I first posted my new website, I got like 3 or 4 emails a day of people asking me, can I please have some addresses from certain turtles? Like one would say, I love to meet Michelin. Michelin at a certain point, I contacted him through his agency. At a certain point, he just gave me his personal address, so the stuff would arrive faster and easier. But of course, I promised him to keep it private.
Yes.
And I just, any email I get from a fan who is trying to get some contact info out of me, I just tell him, start the way I started. You got Google, you got official websites, you got Internet Movie Database. If you take a pro membership for like $10 a month, you can find all the agencies that are connected to an actor, and that's what got me started.
Now, have you met other Turtle fans who are actually seriously collecting autographs and have a massive collection like your own?
None other than you.
Really?
No. I have people,
where are you guys?
I have people come up to me or email me telling me that they want to start, and then I'll help them get started, you know, with the Google and the IMDb. And then I ask them, if you get anything, let me know.
Now,
I love to hear.
Know some other people inside of groups that have a lot of autographs too. Like Stefan has been collecting autographs. I know I see him at a lot of events getting autographs. He knows quite a few people. But so does Isaac, who's doing the Ninja Turtle documentary. He's actually got a t-shirt he started much like my own where he's having people sign it up. And he's gotten to meet a lot of people since he started his documentary. So there are some other really cool people inside the fandom who have gone out there and gotten autographs that don't always get to show it.
No.
But it is out there. And as many events I go to here in the United States, I meet a lot of Turtle fans who have like pictures filled with autographs from different medias and stuff. So, but usually a fan is focused on one media and one media only. Like they're a fan of the original cartoon series, so they want Rob Paulson and Townsend Coleman, or they're a fan of the movies. There's not many fans who are like us that collect autographs from every media, no matter what you did on Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Well, if you met the person who had the job of just giving Mark Castle water, you would want that person's autograph, wouldn't you?
Well, maybe eventually, but
it wouldn't be something like major, but you would go after that autograph, right?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, if they worked on the movie in any which way, you would be interested in it, right?
Yeah, but I've been thinking about this, like how deep should I go, you know?
I've been getting people who's helped with scripts that were never credited. I've been getting people who's just done the costume care. Anything anyone's done, I get them to sign it. And like my t-shirt says, is for anyone who's worked on Ninja Turtles for the first 25 years.
Yeah.
Is my original t-shirt. I will be starting a new t-shirt for the Viacom stuff.
Yeah, it's been a nice 25 years.
It has.
Yeah.
Mirage Studios gave us some of the best years of my life. So I would like to give a shout out to that, you know. I think we all do. So your experience here in New York City, how many people did you meet this weekend that just have you overwhelmed?
Well, I was pretty overwhelmed meeting the 4Kids actors, the voice actors. I have contact with Tom Wayland on Facebook, so it was pretty nice when I walked up to him, and I didn't say anything yet, and he looked at me and he said, "Oh my God, are you Rutger?" And we were just hugging, and well, you finally made it, and that's just a cool experience.
He came downstairs after the voice actor panel. I'm seeing him, and he looks over at me and he runs up and he goes, "I met Rutger!" So he's
that's
like,
so cool.
And then he was like, "You got long hair."
That's cool. I had the same thing with some of the artists in the artist alley. Danny Fink did the same thing. Carrie Randolph. They were all very happy to meet me, and I was like, "Hello," just to be the other way around. So yeah, that's pretty heartwarming.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It's amazing when they all know who you are beforehand. Thank you so much for joining us. I know this is over 10 minutes, so.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if you would like to visit my website, it's at least the biggest autograph collection, TMNT autograph collection in Europe. I don't know in the world, because I don't know if I can match up with you. But if you want to take a look at it, here's the address below. And well, leave me an email. It's on there, on the About Me page. And you can ask me anything you want about it, except getting contact info, because that's private. But take a look. There's a lot on there. Not only autographs, but pictures, interviews, fun stories.
Now, about interviews. Some of the people that you got autographs from. If people wanted you to do an interview with them, could they request? And you'd say, could you do an interview with, like, any one of these people and put it up on your website for everyone? If people have someone that they really want to see an interview from, you think you'd be able to do that?
A request?
Huh?
No, you mean
Can they request to you to do interviews with some of the actors that you got autographs from that you've not interviewed yet?
if I can get a hold of them, because sometimes I got in contact with an actor for a few months, and after that I lost contact again.
Yeah.
Like Cam Clark, I never spoken with him
Since then.
since the first time. I had contact with him about 2 years, I started 2006, and after that I never got a hold of him anymore.
Sorry to hear.
So
Cam's awesome.
yeah, but you could drop me an email and request, and I'll try, definitely.
So, thank you so much for being on Cowabunga Corner. If you're ever back in the U.S. again and we meet up, we may do a follow-up interview on what you've done since we last talked. So, I hope to see you again on here.
It would be great. Well, thanks for having me.
And also, people can contact him on TMNTL because he is a member on the forums, and you can see his collection there too.
Yeah, my nickname on TMNTL is Raphael Sun.
Yes, one of our mini rafts.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And to everyone else, we'll see you next time on Cowabunga Corner.